We had a piece of snow ice fall off that upper roof where there's a valley to the dome part of the church. So that eaves trough up there down to this section of roof here that's relatively flat. It's about a 12-foot drop off, and a heavy enough piece of snow ice fell off that section and landed on this section. And then later I was able to shove it off and it landed down here. And I've got some pictures of that. Some pieces landed over there. It was quite a big chunk. And then I went inside afterwards and busted a hole so I could see actually what happened. And so we're up here and here's the ceiling. That thing was heavy enough where it made a big crack in the drywall there, a crack there, crack along here, a crack in the butt joint out here at the end of this light. It was probably 8-foot by 12-foot section of drywall that all the seams cracked. And then the weight of that unit, when it was sitting on the roof up here, was heavy enough where right here I could stick my fist in. This was cracked right here, hanging down, like that far because of the weight of the unit. So now that I got a big enough hole to actually stick my head and chest up in here, I'm gonna light. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. Probably the best way to have the light shine is right there. All right, because I want to be able to point at stuff. All right. So this is the roof deck up here, and there's there's rubber membrane on that. I don't know if there's plywood over it, but there's rubber membrane on there. And then this is one of the rafters, and you can see how that got broke. But the original construction was nothing to do backflips over. I mean, it was done during the day. This is a hip bridge. This is a hip beam. I'm gonna lose my light. You can see it's a doubled up 2x10 right there. Oh man, I need to hang this light somewhere. Alright. So that's a doubled up 2x10. It runs all the way down to the other end of the building, and it's probably 24, 26 foot long, and ever so often. And then this board down here is just what would nail to the ceiling joists, this board right here. So the ceiling joists are nailed to that, and that's the same thing. It runs the length to the other end, 26 feet, out to the corner of the building. And then it has these little blocks in here every so often to help carry some of the weight. But it doesn't matter how you slice it. This section right here is not a beam, and this section here is an undersized beam that's spliced. So this whole mechanism is really not code compliant load bearing beam, but it works, or it did work. Now it's broken. And then here's another rafter, or ceiling rafter, roof rafter. Roof rafters here, ceiling joist down inside the insulation here. So I'll try to keep the terminology the same. So this one's cracked. This one right above my head is cracked. The one behind me, make sure I got the lighting, is cracked. And the roof deck itself, right there, it actually cracked the roof decking. That wall over there is the outside wall of the church. That will go straight up vertical to the eaves trough that I was talking about earlier. It's about that 12-foot drop off, and the ice slid it slid off of that wall up above where the eaves trough is, and then it landed right over here above my head. What else can I see that's got cracks in it? It doesn't look like. Oh yeah. Actually, it probably landed more out here. Yeah, you can see the cracks in the roof decking there. And to be honest, that's probably about where it landed. I would say that's 2, 4, 6, 7 feet away from that wall. Yeah, I'll go back outside later and do some more pointing. And you can see how far down that goes down there. I don't think there's anything cracked down there. You can see there's water stains on all these rafters from years ago when the roof didn't have a rubber membrane on it. Looks like, yeah, it looks like that ceiling rafter, roof rafter's got a crack in it. Yeah, got some water stains on these rafters. You can see the ledger boards over there. I don't know, I've never been up in here before, so I'm just trying to take a look at everything. Down that way, let's see if I can point. Down that way is the parking lot. So that's a section of eaves trough down there, facing the parking lot. This section over here, this way, is looking towards the gym and partially towards the school. I'll go outside and locate that again too, just to give you some bearing on what I'm looking at here. And then over here in the corner is where this hip ridge starts. So I believe, oh, there's a crack right above my head. So from my perspective, could a guy, I mean, I can barely get my chest up in here. I'm twisting around, it's a little bit difficult to maneuver here. I'm just trying to think how to get lumber back in here to fix this. Sister these things up if possible. I'm just not clear what you guys are gonna say about this. I'm a licensed builder. I build things like this, but I don't build on this pitch. And to be honest with you, I did a job where I had to put in a ridge like this. The one I'm pointing to above my head, this doubled up 2x10, or it's actually a 2x8. This span would call for a triple 24-foot LVL, 18-inch, a triple 18-inch LVL, I believe is what this span would call for. And we're way under that. So, a possible solution, man, it's just, I'm not sure what to say. I'll just let everyone else look at this. I have my ideas about stuff. I know how to do all this work. It's just I don't want to say anything just yet. I'll listen to other people's opinions and then I'll jump in. So it's what I got for now. I'll stop this recording and upload it to YouTube.